Thank you so much for having me. My name is Kyle, and by day, I work for Harley-Davidson as an analyst. But by night, I'm the founder of Permyt.com. Permyt.com is the world's first shared services cloud-based platform that automates the process to obtain municipal permits. But I find it incredible that a $10 billion industry in the US exists on these pieces of paper. These are 2 actual plumbing permits from the state of Wisconsin. Across the US, there are 36,000 local municipalities. Collectively, those 36,000 municipalities last year alone processed 100 million permits. Now, that 100 million permits should have been 2, 3, 4, 500 million permits. But the dirty little secret is that no one actually obtains permits. Those 36,000 municipalities that I've described, on average, it takes them 5 business days to process one of these permits. It takes my platform 5 seconds. And since then, I've built a wide network of contractors, homeowners, interested municipalities, tech partners, and investors. But what I need now to get to the next step is to close a seed round of funding of $150,000. That funding will enable me to build out my MVP and go to work for at least 2 cities in Milwaukee County. I'm disrupting the world of permitting, and I'm doing it from right here in Wisconsin.
So, I was building a home in Florida.
Yep.
The hurricane came along last year.
Yep.
I didn't get part of my foundation finished because they didn't have the permit.
Oh my gosh.
And my house got hit.
Oh my gosh.
So I think you're telling me if this would have went through quicker, because that's what the builder told me,
Yeah.
I would have had the proper foundation and it wouldn't have been damaged.
Exactly. Terrible. And that story plays out all across the
Yes.
country. It's terrible.
Well, I think you're helping create jobs too,
Yes.
because it's going through faster.
Cities are leaving millions of dollars on the table every year. And the consequence is that exactly what she just described. So with my product, as contractors stop breaking the law and start getting permits, the permits rise. They actually need more people to do that work.
You said it takes 5 seconds for you to do it, as opposed to 5 days. When you say 5 seconds, isn't there, in theory, isn't somebody supposed to be evaluating whether a permit is appropriate?
So what you're describing is the inspection. So the inspection is separate from issuing a permit.
How far along are you on the journey, and what would you use the $150,000 for?
Sure, so we're pre-product, pre-revenue. I have all of the tech requirements written for the MVP, and so again, raising the $150 for the seed fund would allow me to build out that MVP and go to work for 2 cities in Milwaukee County. So I'll give you an example. City X in Milwaukee County, they have 5 individuals that are doing what I can automate. Well, when I automate the process for them, they can take those 5 people, and those 5 people can focus on enforcement.
And no one else is currently doing what you're doing today?
Correct. There are 1 or 2 enterprise software developers. The main one is called Acela. They're out of San Francisco. They build major enterprise software. So really their target market is tier 1 cities that have huge budgets that can afford to capitalize a system like that. The great thing about Acela is that every year they acquire little startups like mine. So they're a great exit strategy for me.
So are you thinking of an exit strategy right away?
Yeah.
And how do you think we can help?
Well, I think this show, first and foremost, is the biggest help. Obviously, the 4 of you are experts in your field. Your feedback, your coaching is exceptional. Reach and relevance. Reach, relevance, and scale. Obviously, being able to tell this story to a wide range of people is something that I couldn't replicate anywhere else. And for that, I'm very grateful to be here today.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
If you can speed up the process, make the process cleaner and safer, and monetize it, I don't see a lot of downside, and I do believe getting him as his own spokesman in front of the right person could be a winning formula.